Getting ready to start the second half. 2-0 Needham. Jock up top. We got Matt. We got Brendan. And let's see. Wait, Jock's going to come to the side. Matt and Jacob. Brendan on the side. We got Matteo. And the back line is, and that's the kickoff. They go into the left side, starting at 4:54, gets cut up by the defender, goes up the side, Brendan's chasing him. Crosses midfield, gets cut up by Matteo to Mac, puts it out of bounds. Thrown for Needham on their side of midfield. They throw it down the left, over Brendan's head, Brendan off his head, tried to find Jacob. Jacob off his head, Six has it, in front of the Brookline bench. He gets around him. He's going up the side, trying to get around Mac. Gets to the right corner. And he's in the corner. Gets played back. Throw in for Needham. First minute of the second half. It's 2-0 Needham. And they call a foul. Wait. They call offsides.
How can you have offsides on a throwing?
I don't know. They called something. I don't think it was a foul. He goes, that's Nate down the left in front of the Brookline bench. Matteo over his head. Brendan contesting. Jacob off his head. It's over Jacques. It bounces at midfield to number 7 on Needham. Matt came back. It goes over the Needham player. It gets stepped over by Jacques.
Nice, Avi!
It's Avi. Avi to his right. Cuts back. Avi. Up top to Matteo. Matteo's got Mac on the left. Mac coming up. Mac steps to the left corner. Mac to the left corner is going to blow out of bounds. Nice run. A minute into the second half. 2-0 Needham. Avi chasing on that side. He's going up the right side. Goes across midfield. They try to send it up the wing. Matteo cut it off momentarily. Cuts back to the center. Matt stepped in. It's pushing out to this side. Jacob's on it. He gets bumped off. Jacob steps over it. Jacob to Ethan. Ethan chips it ahead to Matt. Matt steps over it. 2 has it for Needham. On the ground to 3. Brendan on the ground to Jock. Jock's got Brendan with him. Jock to Brendan. Brendan on his right foot. Brendan turns, sends Jacob, who went past him. 7 up the side. He goes to the left. He's got Ethan on this side. Sends it back to the middle. Brendan cuts it off to Jacob. Jacob's got Ethan to the side. He's going to send the wing to Matt. Matt sends it back to Matteo. Mateo's got Jock on the right side. Jock back to Ethan. There's nobody behind him. Ethan sends it back to Sam. Sam steps up. Sam to the center circle. Matteo. Matteo to his left to Brendan. Brendan to Mac, crossing midfield. Mac chips the left side. He's trying to find Avi. It's going to roll out of bounds. This can be a goal kick for Needham. 2 minutes into the second half. 2-0 Needham. They're going to take the goal kick from the other side. Matt's coming to this side. The wind is blowing into the goalie on this side of the field. He kicks it in the air. Brendan cuts it off with his feet. Brendan on his feet gets pulled down. No call. That's Sam. It goes out to the right. 23 steps over it. Mac comes away with it. Mac. That was Jacob. Needham sends it to the left. Number 7. He sends it back to 3. Matt's on him. 3 to his left. Tries to go back to the middle. 6 has it. 6 sends the middle. It's going to go back to Zach. We're 3 minutes into the second half. 2-0 Needham. Zach punts it over midfield. It's going to land. It bounces. Matt's on the run. It's in the air. They head it out. It's Matteo to Jacob. Jacob gets stopped by number 8. 8 takes it away. Brendan, they call a foul. They call a foul on 8 on Brendan. Jacques to Matt. He gets in the box. He gets cut off. They took a quick free kick. Nate over his foot. Sam is chasing it. Zach comes out. He misses the ball. It goes out to the side to Mac. Mac sends it back to Ethan. Ethan steps over it. He's got no pressure. Ethan comes up the right side. He chips it to Jacques. Jacques on the ground. Tried to find him. 7 cut it off. 7-3 for Needham. Down the left side. Goes to the middle of the field. He tried to back heel it. Ethan to the center of the field. That's Jacques off his head. That's Avi sends it back. Brendan steps up. Brendan down the middle of the field. Here comes Brendan. He sends Matt. Matt is going to roll out of bounds. Brendan on a nice pass. Ball roll out of bounds. Saying the wind is blowing from our left to right. About 5 minutes into the second half. It's 2-0 Needham. The goalie has not taken the goal kick. He goes down the right side. It's floating in the air in midfield. It's off the Needham head. It's headed down. Matteo missed it. He goes out the side. That's Nate. Nate steps over the ball. Nate gets to the center circle. Nate sends it back to Mac. They call a foul. It's going to be a free kick for Brookline, just in front of their bench. Nate on the free kick. Nate sends it down to the middle. It hits Avi. Avi to Brendan. Brendan to Jacob. Jacob to Ethan. Ethan on the right. Sends it back to Jacob. He's got Brendan with him. He's got Ethan to the right. Ethan to the right corner. Ethan back to the middle on his left foot. He puts it on the ground. It gets chipped away. Brendan on his foot. Brendan sends it to Ethan. He's got Matteo to his right. Matteo in the right side. Matteo to his left. He goes to the other side. Tried to find Matt in front. Brendan steps up. It gets around him. Matteo has it on his left foot. That's Jacques. Jacques to the left corner in front of the ref. He spins it in. He crosses it. Gets cleared. That's Jacob on the ball. Jacob on his right foot. Brendan shoots it. And the goalie's going to pick it up.
Let's go!
We're 7 minutes into the second half. It's 2-0 Needham. 7. Ethan steps up. 3 cuts it away. 9 has it. 9 in the center circle. Brendan comes back. 14 has it for Needham. Matteo falls. Foul on Needham. It's in the center circle. That's Nate on the free kick. Should take advantage of this. Nate chips it toward the edge of the box. It bounces. It's going to slide out of bounds. Matt's chasing it, but Matt gets to it. It hits it off the Needham player, but it was out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick for Needham. We're about 7 minutes into the second half. It's 2-0 Needham. They're going to take their goal kick from the left side this time. People are having trouble clearing midfield on these goal kicks. He puts it high in the air. It's going to float backwards. It doesn't get to midfield. That's Sam off his head. It bounces in midfield. Sam again. And they call a foul on Sam. It's right at midfield. Free kick for Needham. They go to the right side. It gets cut off by Avi. They lose it. That's 8. He chips the wing. He's making a run. It goes too far. It goes out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick. Sub is coming in. I think Ben Kaplan just came in for Brendan. We're 8 minutes in. Zach down the left side. It gets headed back towards Zach. He's going to pick it up. Zach punts it to his left. It bounces over midfield off the Needham head. That's Matteo in the air. Hits Needham in the head. Jacques off his head toward the goalie. The goalie's going to come out and get it. Off his chest. He's not picking it up. Ben Kaplan's going to come and he picks up the ball. He whips it out to his left to number 3. Ben's on him. 3. Sends it out of bounds. Right in front of us. Ethan Schaefer.
Oh yeah,
Ethan to Matteo. Matteo to Ethan. No one on him. Wait, 7's on him. Gets played away. That's Sam on the ground to Ethan. 7's with him. He chips the right side. There's nobody there. They head it away. 8. Ethan again to the other side. Jacques off his chest. Jacques sends it to the right to Jacob. Jacob in the box. Jacob toward the box. Jacob gets cut off. Gets stolen by 7. 7 to the left over Ethan's head. Hits the Needham player over his head. Nate has it. Nate's casual on it. Sends it to Mac. Mac to the left. Mac on the ground. That's Avi, I think. Avi sends it back to Matteo, to Mac. Sends the wing to Matt. Matt to Mac gets cut off. They send it back toward the middle. It's going to their right. Their player, Needham player gets it. Crosses midfield. In front of the Brookline bench. Sam comes over. It's 3 on 5 now. It gets blocked out of bounds. Should be a corner. I shouldn't have moved. I shouldn't have moved.
Did you move?
Yeah, I was like right at midfield. It's funny. It's gonna be a corner for Needham. They hit it with the left foot, top of the box. It gets headed away by Nate. They send it back to 3. Avi's chasing it. 3 has it. 3 to the left. Nate's gonna cut it off. Nate cuts it off with his right foot. Sends it to Ben. Ben gets around the defender. Ben to the right. Ben on the right side. Sends it to the middle of the field to Matteo. Sends it back to Ben. He puts some backspin in to keep it in. Ben to the right corner. Ben, he's got Matteo with him. He sends it back to Jacob. Jacob at the top. He's got Matteo to the left. Matteo cuts it back to the right. Sends it back to Jacob. Sends it to Ethan. Ethan to the far post, gets headed away. Matteo on it. He's got Mac to his left. He sends it out to the left. Mac crosses it with his left foot to Ben Kaplan. Ben Kaplan on the right side. Ben in the box gets slide tackled away by 3. It's going to be a corner for Brookline.
Good. Way to go! Let's go! That's the way! Here we go!
It's going to be Matteo on the corner. Brookline's got 1, 2, 3, 4 people in the goal mouth. Matt's on the far post. Matteo on the ground, gets cut away. Back to Matteo. Matteo on the ground. He crosses it to the far side. It's going to go over. Matt's out chasing it. Sam comes back. Sends it back to Nate. Nate right in the center circle. Nate on his left foot. He tried to find Avi under his foot. They go out to the right. He turns, sends it back to their right back. Matt doesn't get to it. That's Avi. Avi to Jacques. Jacques to Jacob. Jacob to his right. He sees Ethan. Ethan steps up, finds Ben Kaplan. Back to Ethan. On the overlap. Ethan to the left. He sends Matteo. Ethan gets it back. Ethan with Matteo in the right corner. Ethan to the side. Ethan cuts back, and there's a foul. Ethan's holding his left foot, left ankle. It's going to be a free kick for Brookline. Matteo's going to take it. Brookline has 6 players on the back post. Ethan's up top. Matteo's going to take the kick. Avi is stepping in. Ethan makes a run in. Matteo to the back post. It gets just over, I think, the Jacques head.
That was our goal with the wing.
It's going to be a goal kick for Needham. We're about 14 minutes into the second half. It's 2-0 Needham. They go down to their right side. They go up the wing. Gets headed away by Mac. Mac to Jacob. He sends it to the middle of the field. 23 intercepts it for Needham. It's 2-on-5. Gets cut off by Nate. Nate plays it back to Jacob. Jacob gets bumped off the ball by 23. Ben Kaplan cuts it away. 2 has it for Needham. 2 on the ground to 3. Sends it back to the other side of the field. That's Matt on the ball. Ethan steps over it. Ethan turns to his right. Ethan sent it on the ground, tried to hit Jacques, got cut off. To the middle of the field, to center circle, 8 crossing. That's Matteo steps up. That's Mackay in the game. He's going to the left corner. He gets to the corner. He plays it off the player, and there's no call. Matteo, wait, there is a call. They put it out of play. Mackay is up. Mackay's going to come out. But no, he's going to take the throw, actually. He throws it back into the corner to the Needham player. He's back in the game. They go up the right side. That's past Mac. They cross midfield. It's a 3-on-4. They try to cross, and it's Nate. Nate has it. Nate steps over it. He's got Jacob to the right. He goes to the left. They go up the wing, and a hit Mackay goes out of bounds. Throw in for Needham right in front of the bench. They go down their right side. I think Matt plays it out of bounds. It's right at midfield. Throw in for Needham. They go down their right side. It's over Mac's head. Matt misses it. They send it backwards. That's Ben Kaplan on the ball. Ben Kaplan protects it. He tries to send Mackay. Mackay misses it with his right foot. Mateo's after it. 11 on the left side. 11 spins, sends it back. They go up the right side. Matt's on the ball. They go back toward the center. To the center of the field. That's Nate that stepped up. They go to the right in front of the Brookline bench. It's to the middle. They have one player there. And that's Jacob. Plays the ball away. Jacob has it. He's got 10 yards of space in front of him. Jacob has it. Jacob steps over it. 23's on him. Jacob sends it back to Ethan. Ethan on the ball. Ethan to Jacob. Jacob turns. Jacob sends it to Ethan. Ethan back to Jacob. They're trying to clear some space here. He sends it back to Sam. Sam to the left to Matt. Matt, he's got space. He's got a runner in Ethan. They send it back to Sam. He sends it to Matteo. Matteo has got Nate on the left side. Nate across midfield. Nate on the left side. Nate steps back, sends it to Mackay. Mackay turns on it. Sends it back to Ethan Schaefer in the center circle. Ethan makes a run up the field. He chips the back post over Jacques' head. They head it away from Matt. They clear it on their left foot. That's Nate on the ball inside of midfield. Nate to the left. Nate sends the wing to Mackay. Mackay in the corner. Mackay comes back. Mackay. No, it's Matt, sorry. That's Mac. Chips it in. It's off 7's head. 7 on the wing. Gets cut off out of bounds. Like 19 minutes into the second half. Still 2-0 Needham. Throw in for Needham. They go up the right. It's in the right corner. It goes out of bounds. Mack on the throw. He bounces it in. Past Mackay. They turn. They go to the right. In front of the Brookline bench. They send it back. They chip toward the box. Zach comes out. Zach is out of the goal. He shoots it. It gets cleared by Jacob, blocks it. Jacob sends it out. It bounces off the Needham head. Sam misses it. Ethan on his left foot plays it out of trouble. Bounces. Three's going to get to it for Needham. Three kicks it way out of bounds. Where's the ball boy? Ben has the... Ben down the right side. He's got Jacques. Jacques off his chest. Jacques to the left. Jacques got Ben. Gets past him. Three has it. Three chips the middle to 8. 8 hits Jacob. Jacob off his head. Jacob clears with his right foot. Hit Matteo. Matteo gets it back. Matteo to his left. Matteo sends Mackay. Mackay steps over. Tries to get around the defender. Matteo comes back. Gets it. Gets to the left side. Steps over it. Matteo sends it back to Mackay. He loses it to 8. 8 sends it down the right. They cross midfield. They send it back to the middle. They chip the right side. Here comes Zach.
Go right here.
Good shield by Nate. We're about 20 minutes into the second half. It's 2-0 Needham. Zach over midfield. It bounces. 2 off his head. That's Mackay. Gets cleared toward midfield, goes to the left to 18. 18 has it. Jacob stops him. They go down the wing 10. They go to the left. 18's making a run. Here comes Sam. Sam clears it out of bounds.
Come on, energy! Step out! Step out!
Let's go, Needham!
It's a throw-in for Needham. They go to the left side. Player still in bounds. It goes out. It's another throw-in for Needham. It's like they throw it into the left side. Nate shielded. Goes out of bounds. Goal kick for Brookline. Sack on the goal kick. It's 2-0 Needham. About 22 minutes into the second half. Zach, it's low to midfield, gets headed back. Zach's going to pick it up. Headed by number 10. Zach, high in the air to midfield. It's going to bounce. It's Jacques off his head. Matt chased it. It gets cleared by the left foot. That's Jacob. He turns to his right. Jacob blocks it ahead. Ethan has it. Jacob making a run to the right. He gets tripped. That's a foul.
You should have someone with a big foot just take a rip at the ball. Rip.
About 30,
Shoot it, man. Get the
35 yards out. Ben Kaplan's going to take it. Brookline has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've got 6 players. He shoots it to the back post. It was Matt off his foot. Put it back in front. There's no one there. That's Nate steps up. Nate to his left. Nate 10 on his back. That's Ethan Rissy in the game. Goes out of bounds. $11 on the throw for Needham. Down their right side. Bounces at midfield. Brookline has it. That's Nate, got cut off. Matteo on the ball. Matteo to Jacques. Jacques loses it to number 8. He tries to get it back. 8 to the right side. That's Mac that stepped up, knocked the ball away. Mac has the ball to the left in front of the Needham bench. Mac on his left side. He tried to chip in front, Ben Kaplan, and they called...
What's the call?
Call a foul. Foul on Mac.
But you know,
It's going to be a free kick for Brookline.
Well, yeah, usually you just let it fly. Take a shot. What's this?
Matteo. Or no, it's Matteo. No, it's
Matteo puts it to the top of the box. It's headed away. That's Matt. Matt tried to get around the defender. It gets played away. That's Jacob on the ball. Jacob off his leg. Jacob has it. He turns to his right. Jacob's got Ethan. He cuts back in. Gets deflected back. Nate on the ball. Nate plays under it to Sam. Sam to the left. Back to Nate on the right. Nate. 10's on him. Nate gets around him. Here comes Nate over midfield. Nate to the middle of the field. Gets cut off. 21. That's Mac. Cuts the ball away. There's nobody in midfield. That's number 8. Sends the right side over Mac's head. Mac plays it on his left foot. Mac to Nate. Nate over midfield. Slide tackle. Goes by him. That's Ethan Rissy on the side. Ethan Rissy down the left side. It's going to get to the corner. It's going to roll out of bounds. Subs are coming in. Looks like a timeout's being called. Looks like it's by Needham. It's 2-0 Brookline. 2-0 Needham. About 26 minutes into the second half. It's the bench. So we got Brad up top. Nate, Ethan Rissy, Matteo, Matt, Avi. It's going to be a goal kick for Needham. Interesting lineup here. And they booted. Wind is picked up. 7 off his head forward. Ethan Schaefer hits it to the right side. Brad's after the ball. 2 is going to shield it out of bounds, and it's going to go out of bounds. We're about 28 minutes from the beginning of the half, minus the timeouts and everything. 2-0 Needham. The wind is picked up and is blowing from our left to right. Ball's hanging. That got through the wind. Got to midfield off Jacob's head. They call a foul on Jacob. It's going to be a free kick for Needham in the center circle. They're going to take some time here. They send it to the left to number 26. 26 to the right. 26 sends it back to 3. 3 in the center circle. Nate comes back on him. That's 8 to the side. 8 gets around him, and it gets played out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Needham. 26 is going to take it. 26 to 8 to the corner. Ethan on his head. Brad clears it with his left foot toward Nate. It bounces at midfield. 2 off his head. I think that was Matteo to the side. That's Avi making a run. Avi to the left corner. Avi touches it. Avi to the end line. He chips it in front. They say it was out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick for Needham. They go to their right side toward Avi. They clear it down the right side. That's Mac that stepped up. He gets knocked over. Mac comes back with the ball, sends it to the left. That's Matteo on the ball. Mateo's got Ethan to the right. Ethan, one player on him. He sends it to the back post. Just over Matt's head and out of bounds. Matt was making a run down the left side.
That was nice.
It's 2-0 Needham. And there's no ball. Avi's chasing the ball down. Okay, the goalie's going to go to the left side. Brad's up top. Ethan Rissy's up top. Nate's up at the top. And he chips it. It's going to be off Ethan Rissy's head. Past Matt. That's Matteo on the ball. Matteo tries to get through. He gets blocked in. Here comes Brad. The goalie snares it. Brad was closing in on it. They go out to their left. 26 down the side to 7. Hits Ethan out of bounds. It's a throw-in for Needham. 26 on the throw. 26 down the left side. Gets headed by 12. Matt's going to get it. Matt to Ethan Schaefer. Ethan back to Sam. Sam to Mac. Mac to the left. Mac sends. It gets blocked ahead. That's Nate. Nate over his head to the wing. And it gets cut off. Crosses midfield. 21 on the ground to 8. 8 chips the right side. And 11 saves it in front of the Brookline bench. They cut it back to Jacob. Jacob has 10 yards of space. He sends it to Ethan on this side. No one's in front of him. Ethan crosses midfield. Ethan sends a wing. He's looking for Matt. Matt tried to send it back to Ethan. It goes to the right. It gets punted in the air toward the corner, and it goes out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick for Needham. About 32 minutes from when the half started. It's 2-0 Needham.
What do you think she gets to the hockey locker?
It's a goal kick for Needham. He hits it down their right side. He gets over midfield. Ethan on the run. 12 has it for Needham. He turns. Sam on the ground to Ethan Rissy. He turns to his left. He tried to send Brad. 7 has it for Needham. 12. Back to 7. Gets cut off by Sam on a nice play to Matteo crossing midfield. Matteo to his left. He's got Avi. Avi gets around the defender. He goes down. They call a foul. It's going to be a free kick for Brookline in front of the Needham bench. Matteo on the free kick. Matteo on his left foot. Cross is in front. There's nobody there. Nobody on the back side. 2 players from Needham come out on the left. Number 7 puts it on the ground. Mac punts it in the air to the left. It's off the Needham head. They bring it down. That's Matt. Matt sends in front of it. That's Sam on the ball. Sam sends it back to Ethan. Ethan crosses midfield. Ethan to the left. He got Nate in front. He heads it in front. No one there. 12 has it. 12 on the ground. Ethan puts it ahead. Needham sends it to their left. 13, it's over Brad's foot. Ethan to the right. Ethan comes in. Ethan heading toward the box. Ethan sends it to Matteo. Matteo to the left. He's got room. Matteo in front. Matteo shoots. Goalie, it's saved. It goes in. Matteo on a left-footed shot.
There we go,
It's 2-1.
Yeah.
Matteo hooked it in with his left foot. 2-1 Brookline. 2-1 Needham. Brad is coming out of the game. Brendan's coming in.
That's great.
We are
Let's go, guys. Come on.
34 minutes in from when the half started.
One more,
It's 2-1. Number 8 has it for Needham. He goes it out to the right. That's Avi. Avi to Brendan. Brendan in the center circle. Sends it to Ethan. Ethan to the right. Ethan chips the box. Gets headed away. There's nobody there. 8. And Matt. It goes to the middle. Sam has it.
There is extra time.
Sam to Ethan. Ethan sends it to Ethan Missy. He tries to go to the right corner. 26 tries to clear it. Goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for...
Let's go. Right here, guys. Come on, Brookline. Come on. Come on.
It's going to be a throw-in for Brookline.
Go get it, guys. Come on.
It's a throw-in. They throw it toward the box over Ethan Missy's head. It's over Nate's head. That's Sam that stepped up. 12 has it. Ethan Schaefer clears it out of bounds.
All right, here we go. Get it back. Pressure, come on, guys.
26 on the throw-in. 12 is coming out for 6 or 7 minutes left in the half. 26 down the left side is floating in the air. Ethan Missy off his head. Matteo steps to it. Matteo chips it into their box. Ethan Missy on his feet. He's going toward it, gets hooked. They go to the right. Mac off his head. Mac to midfield. That's Ethan Schaefer on it. Ethan Schaefer to the side to Matteo. Matteo to the left. Matteo crosses it, gets cut off. He's trying to find Matt. 8 sweeps it to 12. That's Matt on the ball. Matt steps over it. Matt to Matteo. Matteo to Ethan Schaefer. He's got a little bit of space. Ethan Schaefer crosses it in front. Gets headed away. 7 has it for Needham. He goes down the side. 26. 26 to the left. Down the side to 9. 9 gets blocked by Sam. Oh, they call a foul. It's a free kick for Needham. It's about 5 minutes left in the game. It's 2-1 Needham. 8 on the free kick.
Go, Needham.
8 sends it to the left. He's offside. It's a free kick for Brookline. He's looking for a ball. Ethan Schaefer on the free kick. It's about 5 minutes left in the game. The wind is blowing very strongly this way. Brendan has it. Brendan to Ethan Missy. Ethan Missy's got Brendan to the right, off his back heel. Ethan gets steps to it. Go to the right. Oh. He missed Ben Kaplan. Matt backs it to Ethan Missy. Ethan, 2 off his head for Needham. He clears it out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Brookline.
Come on, guys, right here.
He's looking for a ball.
Get him a ball.
It's going to be Nate on the throw. Nate on the ground to Matteo. Back to Nate. Nate in the corner. Nate crosses it. It's going to get caught by the goalie. Avi was in front. Matt was in front. Goalie has the ball. He punts it. It's going to hook up toward us. It's going to go out of bounds. Nice save. He brought it down nicely with his feet. That was great. Ethan on it. He's got Brendan to the left. Brendan's got a check. 9 gets in. He cuts it off. Ethan's going to get... Wait, Sam's going to get to it. Sam to Matteo. Matteo gets a space. He finds Matt. Matt to Matteo. Matteo just a little long. Rolls out of bounds. There's probably about 4 minutes left. They go down the side. Matt off his head. There's a sub coming in. They're going to take another throw. Ref says 3 minutes left. It's going to be a throw-in. They go down the left. Matteo off his head to Nate. Nate back to Matteo, got cut off. Ethan Schaefer. It comes toward us, and it goes out of bounds. Ethan has it. It's white. It's Brookline ball. To Ethan Misty. Oh, he plays it out of bounds. 7 on the throw. 26 on the throw.
I have to say that.
There's under 3 minutes
Sub
left.
on every throw?
They should. 26 on the throw for Needham. He goes down the left side. Hits off Ethan Missy's head. 14 puts it ahead. Sam. Ethan Missy off his head. Out of bounds. Gets back into the field of play. Nice play. 26 on the throw. 26. Down the wing. It gets cut off by Ethan. Nate's on the ball. Nate is chasing it. 3. 3 back to the middle of the field. Brendan has it. Brendan off his chest. Brendan back to Ethan. There's about 2 minutes left. Sam on the ball. Sam. Sam to Matteo. Mateo's got Brendan with him. Brendan coming up the field. Brendan over midfield. He sends Mac on the left. Mac chips the box. Here comes Matt. The goalie's going to get to it. Tried to get it to Matt. They're going to whip it out to their left side. 26 has it. Ethan Schaefer's on him. He goes up the side. He gets blocked. Matt has it. Matt on the ground to Matteo. Matteo on his left foot. Matteo to the left. Matteo to the side. That's Ben Kaplan. Ben Kaplan on his left foot. Ben, it gets blocked. It's high in the air. They have it. Brendan's coming back on it. That's 8 through midfield. 8. Sam's trying to take it away. 8 protects it. Goes to the right. That's 23 on the ball. He's going to slow it down. He goes to the corner. Sam plays it out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Brookline. Nope. Let's see what the call is. Needham subbing again. It's 2-1 Needham. They throw it in. It gets into the box. It's on the ground. They call a foul. It's a free kick. Mac's going to take it. Sam is on the ground. Sam is on the ground behind the play. Nate. That's to Matt. Matt sends the left side. It's going to go too far. Goalie's going to get to it. He doesn't fall on it. Ethan should have gone for it. They go out to their left. Ethan Schaefer steps up. They chip it over the side. There's nobody there. It's going to go out of bounds. Matt's going to get the ball.
Let's go, Matt!
Matt to Sam. Sam on his right foot to Matt. Matt cuts it back. Sends it to Sam. Probably the last minute of the game. Gets tipped ahead. 2 on the ground. Matteo to Nate. Nate gets fouled. That's the end of the game. It's 2-1 Needham. Needham holds on. They win 2-1.